So it's been about 7 months, I think, since we've seen you last. What have you been up to?
I've been just up to training and doing some matrix things out in Arizona with my team and my people. And yeah, I love what I do.
Did you want to come back sooner than 7 months, or was it a good amount of time for a layoff?
I did initially, but we got a good opponent. We got one of the names we wanted. So yeah, it's an honor to be able to do that and step in the octagon with such a decorated fighter.
Does it help that it's a co-main event as well? Or does that not matter to you? Is it more like you got to wait for that main event?
Wherever I'm at, I don't care. Wherever I'm at, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm going to make the best out of it. And I'm stoked. And you guys love, watching the Matrix fight. And it's just fun.
I know you already spoke a little bit about Rob, but, what were your first thoughts when you got that call for him?
The thing is, the sport is personal, but it's also not that personal. And you got to think about it like there's a lot of different names in the division, but these guys are all just dudes in the way, different opponents, and it's different styles. And watching a fight style like mine match up against certain styles, that's where the fun is in watching the fights. So whoever it is, but this guy's in the way, and I got to get through him.
So how do you see yourself matching up against him?
I see myself matching up very well against anybody in the division, just because of my elusiveness and able to adapt on the fly at any given moment, but still have that basis of a strong fighter.
I know everybody says they prepare for the full 3 rounds, but is this a fight where you actually anticipate it being a 3-round war?
The fighting's like life. You gotta it can be a little storm that happens quick, or there's some times where things get tougher and harder, and you just gotta be ready and prepare yourself, and I'm prepared. I will get that win.
And I know obviously having a quick knockout or a quick submission or something like that is something everybody wants, but there's got to be at some point where you go into a fight where you're like, I really want to test myself, put on a war, get fight of the night. Is that something that you have wanted or thought about?
That's what we do this for. I'm sure every single fighter that gets into the UFC and gets to, into that area, they definitely want to. We're here to test ourselves, to get better, and then test ourselves again, test our character, test our mentality, and to go back and grow and work on different avenues and areas and keep expanding ourselves as humans, and there's just so much opportunity out there, and this happens to be that opportunity for me, and I'm very blessed and excited to do it.
Do you think this is the biggest opportunity you've gotten in your career so far?
I would say yes, because this is where I am right now, and of course, I've had big opportunities, but just like you and me and everybody, we all have opportunities, and it just depends on how you look at it. And if you look at life and you look at opportunities from a perspective like, hey, this is a challenge, I can grow for this, I can put yourself in a situation to level up, and then those are going to be the things that's going to help prepare you for the future. So, yeah, we're just leveling up. We're just getting better.
And a little something off topic. Last night, Dana White revealed that he wants to take the media out of the ranking panel. He wants to revamp it, redo it. Do you think that the rankings need to be revamped? Do you think that they even matter anymore? What are your thoughts on the rankings?
I've seen some things on all that ranking stuff on social media, but I haven't really educated myself enough to see all the different little things on that, so I couldn't answer that at this point.
Thank you.
What was it particularly about Rob Font? Was it actually Rob Font and what he's been through before, or was it just a matter of he's a guy in front of you that you said that this is a fight you've been looking at for a while or a fight that you wanted for a while?
Yeah, you got to definitely keep your eyes on the prize and set yourself on certain things, but not everything is going to go the exact way. You're not going to get the opponent that you want. Somebody might get injured. Things might happen where you got to be prepared for something else that might happen. So, whoever it is, I will be ready. It's another guy in the way that's trying to take your head off and take everything from you. And that definitely, you got to be motivated. Just be ready to do it in a way where you get to destroy somebody.
And we've definitely seen a lot of his fights where they end up bloodied, banged up, stand in the middle. And I'm sure is that the kind of fight that you're prepared for, that you believe that this fight will kind of morph into one of these battles in the middle of the octagon to see whose will lasts longer?
At the end of the day, it's a war. It's a fight, right? But there's many different ways that these fights can go. And to be too set on one idea it's too amateur to think like that. So as a professional, there's just so many ways that I can win, and I'm just going to be ready to get that win.
And I believe right now he's ahead of you in the UFC rankings. But when you look at the odds makers have you as a pretty hefty favorite over him. Do you look at the odds and do you say, like, hey, I agree with these guys, they know what they're talking about, or do you not even pay attention to the odds makers? But what do you think about when you see something like that? The guy's higher ranked, but the odds makers are all leaning in your direction.
Yeah, I mean, you see whether they praise you or put you down or criticize you. Yeah, does some certain things matter? Yes, but I know what the truth is. I know I've been working my ass off. I know I've been putting my whole life into this. I know where I stand with myself. So, yeah, that's all what I look at about. And I look at the rankings and stuff too, and what certain people say. And it's cool to get, likes and comments from things, but can't get a little bit too tied into that because you know yourself. It's true.
Yeah. That being said, with a nice decisive finish, you got to imagine that you would break into the top 10, at least be the top 10 fighter with a win here, or does that not even matter?
Yeah, that's going to happen. But I just got to focus on, we'll see what's going to happen and get that win all the way on Saturday.
You mentioned leveling. I can't remember if you're an anime guy or not. I don't know if you ever saw the show or read the book Solo Leveling.
Solo leveling? What is that?
Yeah, what's an anime? But it's a guy that's obsessed with leveling up, but his power goes through the roof. But I just didn't know if you were the kind of guy that did the anime thing or anything. But regardless, your keys to the victory. What needs to happen to make sure you get your arms raised on Saturday?
You guys, yeah, you will see. All systems go in from different directions and angles, and just gonna be too much to handle.
Yeah. With that first face you made, it looked like you got something in store for us. You got something planned big for this fight that you've been preparing for?
It's just me, I know I'm the best.
Good luck on Saturday.
Champ, bro.